everybody. Welcome to Unity in the Seven Hills, and welcome to our little community here. Thank you for coming in person. Thank you for being with us online whenever you're watching this, whether it's now, live, or later. So thank you for being with us this morning. We have some good stuff for you this morning. We're going to start off by standing up and singing at the top of our lungs. Breathe into the peace. This, one of my community always says, is the pizza song. You'll hear it. Breathe into the peace. Breathe into the quiet. Breathe to find release. Leave that noise behind us. Breathe into the space. Breathe into the silence. Breathe to find our place. Leave that noise behind us. The breath of God soothes my soul and brings me understanding. Makes me feel oh so whole. Gives me a place for landing. Breathe into the peace. Breathe into the quiet. Breathe to find release. Leave that noise behind us. Breathe into the space. Breathe and find the silence. Breathe to find our place. Leave that noise behind us. Do you understand the joy as we receive this balance? Perfect balance every time. Release the sharpened mind and find our hidden talents. Breathe into the peace. Breathe into the quiet. Breathe to find release. Leave that noise behind us. Breathe into the space. Breathe into the silence. Breathe to find our place. Leave that noise behind us. Breathe. 2, 3, 4. Breathe. In and out. Keep on breathing, everybody. As we go through the service today, don't forget to keep on breathing. We don't have to pick you off the floor. Yeah, come on, breathe. Woo! Breathe into the peace. Breathe into the quiet. Breathe to find release. Leave that noise behind us. Breathe into the space. Breathe into the silence. Breathe to find our place. Leave that noise behind us. Breathe. Keep on breathing. Good morning, everybody.
Tall people. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please join in with me as we enter that sweet, calm, peaceful place that we call affirmative prayer. And as our minister of music, Mr. Keppel, has extended to us, let us breathe. Take a big, deep breath in, breathe, and fill in the space that is within us. This divine vessel that has been gifted to us from the great divine source, Mother, Father, God, divine Mother, Father of the universe, all that there is. And understanding that we are the extension and the expression of the divine. And with this, we have divine essence, divine power, which we collectively extend and cover the unity of the Seven Hills, especially on this day of Sunday, September 26th, as we take in the divine message of sitting in the gap, that gap of peace, love, and all understanding. And understanding that we are the divine expression of the great artist that put us together, and that we understand that this great energy, this essence is above us, below us, all around us, and within us. And with this power that we express and contain, we claim today a great education and understanding the stillness of peace. And repeat after me, peace be still.
Peace be still.
Peace be still of all that is going on in our lives, all that is going on in this so-called world. But as we get deeper and deeper and deeper, we understand that peace is always present and peace is always still. Take a breath in, breathe. And we give great thanksgiving for Yemaja Jubilee being with us here today and extending her wisdom and her spirit with us in her message. Yemaja and I and Jarifa, we extend great thanksgiving for all of you as you have enhanced our lives and our experience today. We give great thanksgiving for unity in the Seven Hills Divine. And so we lift up this lovely congregation, this lovely church, and we just leave it up to you for great blessings to come. And so it is, because it is all done just and so it is. Thank you.
Short people.
Not that short.
Let us affirm our abundance together. Unity in the Seven Hills is abundantly blessed. Creative people are drawn to us. Divine ideas flow through us. Financial resources bless us, and we accomplish mighty works together. Our mission statement: Unity in the Seven Hills is a vibrant, inclusive community that inspires individual spiritual growth through education, prayer, heart connection, and sacred service. Our vision statement: centered in the Spirit, we see a world transformed by divine love, where innovative solutions
are celebrated
and all needs are met.
So we're going to sing again. And we're going to keep on singing today. We've got a little extra for you today. So let's sing Peace Like a River again. Let's get to our feet and sing this like we mean it. And if you feel the Spirit, go with it on this one. I will. I got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. In my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. Joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. In my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. Love like an ocean. I got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I got love like an ocean in my soul. In my soul. Oh, I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. Back to peace like a river. One more time. I got peace like a river. I've got peace. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. In my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. And the unity principle of the week. Number 4, prayer and meditation keep us aligned with the one great power in the universe. Let's say that together. Prayer and meditation keep us aligned with the one great power in the universe. So, special announcements. Coffee and Company, like Blackberry and, oh, come on now, Caprifoliace, I don't know how to say that, by which to say true harmony. Coffee and Company after the service. Yeah. There will be no Zoom discussion tonight as we will be having a workshop this afternoon, but I hope you'll join us again for future Sundays. That's at 7, but not tonight. Speaking of that workshop, Yemaja Jubilee, Dr. Yemaja Jubilee, who's over there, will be leading us through the art of forest bathing. We will gather at 12:45 at Humankind. So that's 12:45 at Humankind. Event will be $20 to join. The International Day of Peace celebration from Lynchburg Parks and Rec has been rescheduled for Monday, which is tomorrow. Make sure to visit our labyrinth. We'll be there same time, 4:30 until 7:30. I'll be playing some. Yes. It is down at the Riverfront Park, which is down by the Water Dog and Waterstone and around there, that front park there. 4:30 till 7:30. Have you got volunteers already? Yep, okay. You can always come and help us at our table as well. We'll be down there. We'll be represented, which is a cool thing because it's a Parks and Rec event. On October the 1st, Nancy Ubel and Stephanie Hellberg will present Enhance Your Life, a workshop on clearing negative energies and reclaiming lost soul parts. The following day, individual sessions will be offered. Nancy's sessions are booked, but there are still places for Stephanie. You can sign up after church or schedule a time with the office. Workshop will be $25 and individual sessions are $50. So that's October the 1st and then on the 2nd. The 2nd at 5 p.m., the prayer chaplains will be hosting a pet blessing out in the parking lot, right outside here at Unity in the Seven Hills. Unleash from Pet Karma. Put dismay on pause. No more spiritual catastrophes. Down with petulance. Let go them burdens. Find enlightenment. Right meow. Oh, there you go. Ari, good job. Thank you to everyone who participated this week. Your sacred service and dedication is greatly appreciated and welcome. We have a few open roles to fill. We need a bookstore manager, the Namaste Cafe lead coordinator, and team to set up for coffee, potlucks, and clean up afterwards. And for the Festival of Light, we need lead coordinators. Your energy adds to the magic to our events. So thank you for stepping up. So let us bless our youth together, and we're going to do that with high energy, high vibration as we stand, get to our feet. You are a perfect child of God, and God and I love you just the way you are and wherever you are. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, and so are you. full vibrancy. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time, come on everybody. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. The daily word.
Today's daily word is let go, let God. Divine love, wisdom, and understanding expressed through me. If I feel unsure of the next step in any situation, I let go and let God. I don't walk away from difficulty. Sorry. This kind of relates to what happened to me.
All right.
I'll get there. Give me a minute. All right. Difficulty or try to force resolutions. Instead, I release my tight mental grip on problems and open myself to solutions. I let go of my ego's desires for control and may need to bring about specific outcomes. I believe there are solutions and remedies beyond what my mind can conceive. I yield to possibility. I trust the indwelling divine presence just as I would trust as a mentor. Letting go and letting God means creating space for the dynamic, creative energy of spirit to inspire and surprise me. Divine love and wisdom and understanding fuel my thoughts, express through my words, and guide me in all my ways. Teach me your way, O Lord, that I may walk in your truth. Give me an undivided heart to revere your name. Psalms 86:11.
Yeah.
The following, and I have to point this out, you are in a very distinguished element of peace yourselves this morning, because I'm about to read a new piece of poetry in which you are, yes, you are the first to hear this first piece of poetry anywhere by the soulful poet, Dr. Yemaja Jubilee. This is called Sit, Sitting, Seated. SYBD, sit your butt down. Sit where movement becomes stillness. Sitting where sound becomes silence. Seated, becoming one with thee. I sit for me, with me, celebrating calmness and inner serenity. SYBD, sit your butt down. Sit where I allow, seated so I notice. Sitting, I now know myself more deeply. Seated in thee, I flow, adhering to the wisdom you bestowed upon me. SYBD, sit your butt down. Sitting to align, Seated, I observe the thoughts that go flowing by in the synchronized synergies of my brain, like billowing soft white clouds in a clear blue sky. SYBD. Sit your butt down. Sit to listen. Sitting to create a sweet inner space. Be in the present, showered by the power of God's amazing grace. Seated, my child, you have no desire to participate in drama, emotionally unavailable humans, and those that say you are the devil because you wear dangling gold earrings shaped like an ankh, bold red nail polish, plus that brightly colored red hair, and lips sizzling red like a hot flame. SYBD. Sit your butt down. Sit to be twixt, twan, and tween. Sitting, you get to breathe, inhale, exhale, with the rise and fall of your chest. Seated in that twin connection graciously grounds me in the nowness of the moment. I dwell in the light that overshadows and kisses all the darkness away. My soul is happy, all is well. SYBD.
Sit your butt down.
Sitting, seated, I choose to honor those things that make me unquestionably, uniquely, undeniably me. Sit to embody your sensuality. Sitting, outpouring vibrations of sexuality. Seated there is no neutrality because you claim your right to unapologetically embrace all of what the divine created you to be. A sexual being filled with passion and spirituality. And all is well when you SYBD. So,
sit your butt down.
Down, 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 down.
You know, so. Good job. Nice poem. You know, there's some things that just shouldn't be said in church, and I'm going to list some of them here right now. But maybe sit your butt down is on the edge too, because we are on the edge. We're on the verge of being greatness, and we are always greatness, I guess, in some ways, aren't we? As we are connected to the divine. And there's time for sitting down, and there's time for standing up. And this is a John Lennon piece about sitting down, standing up, sitting in, right? And sitting in your truth. So when you feel it, stand up or sit down, sing out, harmonize, politicize. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Everybody's talking about bagism, shagism, dragism, madism, ragism, tagism. This isn't that ism, isn't it most? All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Everybody's talking about ministers, sinisters, banisters and canisters, bishops and rabbis and Popeyes, bye-bye, bye-byes. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Let me tell you now. Everybody's talking about revolution, evolution, masturbation, flagellation, regulation, integrations, meditation, United Nations, celebration, congratulations. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Okay, the next verse was kind of the time, so I wrote my own one. There you go. It's my fault. Everybody's talking about Biden, the former guy, the big lie, Republicans, CNN, fake news and Fox News, glued to the box news, precedents and presidents, not mine next time, sellouts and buyouts, news and views, views and truths. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. One more time. All we are saying is give peace a chance.
Normal-sized people. We all know and love Yemaja Jubilee, and we here at U7H have heard her poems and her talks and her power. Recently, a few of us got to be present, and she received an honorary doctorate of philosophy and humanities. Did I get that right? Yeah. Okay. Yemaja Jubilee has got the receipts to her power. We didn't want to copy and paste the same introduction we've heard before. That's not fitting for a writer. So this time, from an interview she did with Sheen Magazine, let's hear her soul from her own words. We're all given unique gifts the day we are born into this earthly plane. As we matriculate through life, we often allow external programming to cover up or deny our gifts.
changing the trajectory of our lives allows us to uncover and rediscover our innate gifts. So just living your life in full expression and utilizing your gifts to fulfill your divine purpose allows anyone to be who they're supposed to be. It doesn't have to look like my life. We are each an individualized expression of the big G. So let the Spirit be a beacon of light as you follow your heart and listen to the beat of your own drum. Well, Yemaja's life has a drum beat you can dance to. So how about we all stand and welcome Yemaja with the noise she deserves.
I have to laugh. I really do have to laugh. Oh, good morning. I forgot my manners, okay? Good morning to you that are in the sanctuary and to all of you that are online as well. Welcome to this glorious new day. We woke up this morning with breath, with life, with movement. We were given another day, and it's a good day to be alive. Okay? It's a good day to be alive. It's a good day to be alive. Oh, my mic is on. He got to turn me on.
How about that?
I couldn't resist that, y'all. I couldn't resist that. So, you know, I have to tell you, before I introduce the special guest that's with me, I have to tell you all, I love coming here. I feel the warmth when I come on the grounds, and I just feel it. And it really is a blessing for me to come and speak to you today. And I bless each and every one of you today. And I ask that you keep an open mind to some things that was given to me because I prayed about what I was to talk about today. And as you can see, we have a theme of peace. And I want to thank Daniel and Ari and Bonnie for working with me to make it all come together through the songs, what I'm going to say. Look, you're going to go away from here, honey, and you're going to say, I now know why peace is so important. I now know ways and practices that I can illuminate the peace that resides within. So to get us started today, some of you have heard her before. Her name is Jarifa Fleming, and she comes with me when I do presentations to bring music. So I want to keep it all in line. She's an actress. She's been in our plays. She's now a vocalist at Unity of Richmond. So proudly, I ask you to welcome Jerifa Fleming to the stage.
Good morning. I'm delighted to be here. Thank you so much, Unity. Y'all are so welcoming, so loving. And I'm going to deliver this song for you all. Master, the tempest is raging. Oh, the billows are tossing high, and the sky is shadowed with blackness. No shelter or help is nigh. Listen, carest thou not that we may even perish?
Oh, yeah.
How can you lie there and sleep? It seems like each moment is so madly threatening. a grave, a grave, a grave, a grave. In the angry deep,
All right now.
wake up, Jesus, because the winds and the waves shall obey thy will. Peace be still, peace be still, peace be still. Weather the rafts of the storm, tossing or demons or evil men or whatever it may be. No water can swallow the ship at sea. The master of ocean and earth and sea, they all shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace be still, peace be still, peace be still, because the winds and the waves shall obey thy will. Peace be still, peace be still, peace be still. Weather the rafts of the storm, tossing or demons or evil men or whatever it may be. No water can swallow the ship at sea.
All right.
The master of oceans and earth and seas, they all shall sweetly obey my will. Peace be still, peace be still. Help me out, y'all, in the morning, in the evening, in difficult times.
Peace be still.
Peace be still,
Peace be still.
peace be still.
Peace be still.
Every day, Lord,
Peace be still.
peace be still,
Peace be still.
peace be still. Peace be still. Thank you.
Woo! Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Y'all need to show Jarifa some more love, y'all. You need to show her some love. And one of the things about when you work on something, you put a lot of energy and time and prayer and meditation in what to say and how to present it. And that song, Peace Be Still, by the Reverend James Cleveland, was written a long, long time ago. I grew up with that song, with the choir singing that song, so I was trying to find the appropriate music to go with what I want to say to you today. And that song, Peace Be Still, says it all. Take a breath in and breathe out. I got a couple of questions for y'all. Have you ever been arrested? Have any of y'all in here been arrested? What were you arrested for? Did you get any time spent behind bars? Did you have to pay a fine? Did you have to go before a judge? ask yourself, as you go back through the parts of your lives where you've been transformed now, but there were some things in the past, y'all know how that goes, right? That you might have been arrested for. Even if you didn't get arrested, but if you'd have got caught doing what you were doing, you would have been arrested. Well, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm arresting all of you today. So put your hands in the air. You all are under arrest. You all are under arrest. And you know why you're under arrest? You're under house arrest because you disturb your own peace. You're under arrest for disturbing the peace. Okay? You're under arrest because you are the main thing, not the main thing, but the only thing that can disturb your peace. Now, as we talked about, Yahshua was on the small boat in the Sea of Galilee, and there were storms going on. There was lightning and flashing, and I'm sure the winds were blowing. In my mind, I can see the turbulence of the water and it rocking. Who wants to be on the water when it's rocking? I know I don't want to be on it. Would you want to be on it? But you are on it. You are on it. Now, Jesus didn't tell his followers, Yahshua didn't tell his followers that they were under arrest because they already had arrested themselves. They didn't know what to do. So what they did, they called on Yahshua, and he got up and spoke 3 words. 3 words as it's told to us. Peace, be still. So, with all of that being said, when he spoke those words, everything calmed down. Everything calmed down. But as we make a transition here, in our lives, we have storms in our lives. We have good days and bad days. We have chaos. We have drama. We have external circumstances. We have internal circumstances that robs us of our peace. That's chaos. And with everything that's going on now, we have worldwide people that have no peace because we have been on what I call over 500 days now. It's been 18 months. 18 months that we have been under arrest because of COVID-19. We have been in a place where we experienced this globally for the first time in my lifetime that I've ever experienced anything globally. What about you? Mm-hmm. We're all in that boat together. And just like I like what Daniel had in his song that he put, we got, you need to go get the shot. Or did you get your shot? Did you get the booster? Mm-hmm. All of that causes our minds to wonder look, hey, we have to make decisions. But in getting to that process, and in the midst of all of that, we are not in peace. We don't know what to do. We see everything on the TV. We see people making opinions about this. But we have to remember, we are the keeper of our own peace. We do not have to allow those external circumstances to disrupt us. Because sometimes they come like a bolt of lightning, bam! You might get stuck in traffic, or a car cuts in front of you, and then you want to put the finger up at them. Or you might want to say a curse word. That takes away your peace. I almost put my own finger up there, right?
We've done everything else this morning.
I've done everything else, right? And then we have one of the things that happened to me. I got a text from a close relative of mine saying that she was not a priority in my life. That she felt like she was an inconvenience to me because you're always busy, you're always going, you're always doing that. That disturbed my peace, but I allowed it to. And then a lot of other times we live in neighborhoods where there's gossip. You know, you tell somebody one thing, and then the next thing you know, somebody else done told it, then the next thing you know, somebody else done told it. and it gets to be the rumors in the neighborhood, and then it gets back to you, and then you wonder. You let it disturb your peace. And it's not so much sometimes the big external things, external circumstances and situations that happen. It's those things inside of us, little things that can trigger us. I write down my triggers every day. It's a part of my self-care plan. Because triggers, when you get triggered by internal and external circumstances, it's God's way of telling you, hey, girl, you got to work on that piece. And then it becomes a gift. I write it out. I look at it because it began inside of me with something you said or something that you did. Well, what I want you all to remember is this. Having peace does not mean the absence of thunder, lightning, waves, and wind, all those things that you can think of that you have in your life, the chaos, the drama, and all that. It does not mean the absence of those things in your life. What having peace means is that you are able to know that you know that you know who made you, above you, below you, and all around where you stand, what ground you stand on, and who you base your faith and trust in. And I always say, I have to remember that the big G got my back. The big G, love, beauty, has my back. And so with that, when you can embody and remember that you are the source of your peace, you can not be in your own jail. And your jail is your mind. You can come out. You don't have to pay a fine. You don't have to go before a judge because you have become your own judge. You judge yourself harshly. And I'm here to tell you, we are our worst critics. I know I am. Are y'all? Mm-hmm. So you have to remember, you are the source of your peace. And no matter what's going on, you can change those things. Now, there are two kinds of peace that I want to talk about just a little bit. Just explore with me. I said external. Of course, we talked about COVID, but the other greatest one, can y'all guess what it is? Anybody got any idea? Social media. Mm-hmm. Social media. And I had to put my hand up because I'm guilty too. Social media, whether it's LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook story, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I could go on. Yeah. Because what we do is we allow those things to distract us from working on ourselves. Or I know sometimes I sit, well, especially when I'm up in Saks, sometimes something will come up and I'm bored. What I do? I'm on Facebook. And Facebook now will tell you how many hours you spent on it. Y'all know that? It will tell you how many hours you spent on it. And then I get caught up in the reels. Because there's so many different people on there, I get caught up in that. So social media is a distraction. Now, social media has done some great things, don't get me wrong. They brought us together as a world and as a world global community. But it also can be used as a tool to distract you. And then there's the media, which Daniel talked about. There's CBN, not CBN, but CNN. All the news channels, Fox. And you know what? There's sometimes, I used to go to my father's house when he lived in Myrtle Beach. And he kept the news on all day long. It was on CNN. And I had problems with that. Because if I'm going and I'm coming to visit you, I do not want to look at CNN. But it's not my house. I don't want to go into a place where I have to watch the news all the time. And sometimes I've politely asked to change the channel to another station so that we can go to a higher vibration. But then I have to respect where people are and what world they are living in. But the media promotes fear. The media promotes disastrous things in an external world which we have no control over. I'm here to tell you, if you watch the news, you're watching negativity. So I monitor what I watch. I monitor where I get my news source from. Not that I don't know what's going on in the world. I monitor it. And I'm saying to you, that is a distraction to take your peace. You want to keep up with what's happening. But if you get caught up in political affiliation, and this one did over here, and we got a filibuster going on over here, and We're trying to end this. It's a never-ending saga. Let me tell you. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Y'all know it's the truth. And then what we do, we live in the, like I said before, with relationships, external relationships. How to be in external relationship, in community, in spiritual communities, and in your community where you live, because there's a lot of stuff going on. A sense of community is not like what it used to be. It's a whole different direction. But it can be a lot of external drama going on in the community where you live. I know it's in mine in Charlotte County about putting the panels in the community. Let me tell you, I went to a meeting because I had to present about me becoming the first poet laureate of Charlotte County. And I told Roy, this is a soap opera. It was so many people. It was over 50 people there. And they were acting out. When they got up to speak, you know, you had a certain time you could speak. But it was just like watching As the World Turns. Mm-hmm. To me, that's what it was. So I told Roy, I'm going to write a poem and go send it to the school board about what I saw going on. Because that's the kind of drama that we get caught in when we have beliefs. You speak up about what your beliefs are, and that's what they were debating. They read letters that somebody sent in. They recorded all of that. And then those external. Now, internal, we've talked kind of a little bit about. The number one offender, as I see it, of your internal peace is codependency. It's codependency, where you people please. You don't have an identity of your own. Okay? You do not listen to the beat of your own drum. You listen to what somebody else is telling you ought to be. It's called codependency. You have no boundaries. You allow narcissistic people to use and abuse you. And then you become disturbed inside. And that's isn't that a sad? Mm-hmm. That's a sad dilemma. But codependency, because I was raised to be codependent. Because I felt I wanted somebody's love. So what I have to do, if Daniel, you told me to jump, I would say, hi to jump. And that's what we all have been put into those patterns. We all have patterns that have been embedded in us from the time when we got hit on the butt and came in this world. The family systems, educational system, government systems has all programmed us. We become codependent. We are a codependent nation. Can y'all get that? Mm-hmm. And then the other thing that we have resentments. We have unforgiveness. And we carry it like we are carrying a heavy piece of luggage behind us. From the past, we got a trunk that's filled with, okay, they did that to me. They did that back in that year. And so I drag on a little bit further. And then I go back, oh, this one did that to me. And I carry it. That's a heavy weight to carry when you do not forgive and when you build a resentment. I know I have them. And I'm not going to stand here and tell y'all that I don't have something that I need to work on. That's why I'm able to share with you about it, because I own what I have in my trunk. So you have unforgiveness and you have not enoughness. Not enoughness. Because we've been told that we want this and we want that. So we suffer from not enoughness. We don't love ourselves. We don't accept ourselves. We don't embrace ourselves right where we are. That is a major offender, and you're under arrest for disturbing your own peace. Take a breath in. Now, Viktor Frankl, who was a Holocaust survivor, he wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning, way back when. Some of you all might be familiar with it. But I'm just going to paraphrase what he said. He said, in between the circumstance or the stimulus and the response to it, there's a gap. There's a gap. There's a gap where you get to choose whether you're going to be reactive or whether you're going to what I call it sometimes that I've been guilty of, is taking people and I unzip them. And when I unzip you, it ain't so cool. Because the words that come out of my mouth are not good words. But we have the ability in that gap to be able to distinguish how we're going to respond. What I also want to tell you is, let's take a breath together. We're about peace today. There was a whole lot said. Give you time to be still in it. When we remember that we are the vessel, that we are the catalyst, that we are our own inner gurus, we can have peace. And I got something else to tell you. Peace don't cost you nothing. You don't have to go to a doctor and get a prescription for peace. You know, because if you get a prescription, it's on the shelf and it expires. And I know I have been guilty of keeping prescriptions, and they sit on my counter, then they move to a shelf, then they move into a cabinet, and you go back and read it. Oh, I may gotta go get some more of this. It said expired 5 years ago. But peace is the medication which will take you through anything that you're going through, and it's free. It is the greatest medicine that you can have as an individual to get you through these storms, to get you to embrace it, these lightning winds and whatever crossed your path. You can navigate your way through anything if you have peace. Now, the two things that I see as human beings long for are joy, happiness, and peace. They want to be happy, or they want to be loved, and they want to have joy. But in between, when you look at the peace, and some people mistake happiness for peace, it's not. Some people mistake peace for joy, but it's not. Peace is a calmness. And one of the things that I've learned about how to keep my peace, there are no adverse reactions. You know, if you buy a medicine, there are always, well, you something to have this, something go with your liver over here, and something can go with your heart over here. There are always symptoms that are sometimes worse than taking the medication. But with peace, there are no adverse reactions. You can embrace yourself where you are, and then you come to recognize that we were meant to live from love. And you know, when you disturb your own peace, you mess up your nervous system. Your parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system, they're going all over the place. And then you get anxious. And then you do chest breathing instead of belly breathing from your diaphragm. But when we remember that we have the key, we are the custodians of our own peace, we empower ourselves. We empower ourselves better than anything that you can go out and buy. We empower ourselves. So what I want to encourage you to do today is remember the love that you were made in. The love above you, the love below you, love all around you. And remember, you live from a Christed heart. We live from Christed hearts. The Christ consciousness is what we are taught here in Unity. And when you live from that and you have a daily practice, you incorporate in what you're doing, you can keep your peace. And that is called meditation. And there's no perfect way to do meditation, but it is a practice that I incorporate in my life every day. I didn't always before, but during the World Retreat, I've had to put more and more meditation in my life. So meditation, and we get taught that here at Unity. And as a part of your daily care routine, put it in. And then Charles Fillmore gave us some practices too. He gave us some tools through the 12 powers. We can use the 12 powers to ground us, give us zest and zeal and all the other recognition of what's going on in our lives. But the one that I want to advocate for you to use as a tool today is the power of release. And I'd like to read you an affirmation, and I want you to repeat it after me. The Christ in me can't hear y'all. Has now chosen to be free. To be free of the past, useless attitude, emotions, and negative responses to all situations. I am one with the big G. And I now release myself to go through my life with grace and ease. Sit with that for a minute. The power of release. And to release some of the things, sometimes you need a support system. Sometimes you need a therapist. Sometimes you need to journal. To however you talk to someone that does active listening. You don't want to get someone you talk to and they don't tell you how you need to be. I've had that to happen, and not anymore. But you want to pick someone, and you use the journaling, and then you are able to get through life. So we have meditation. We have the 12 powers that we can use to bring us back. And then we have what I call, that affirmation in there too, but what I call a reset button. Did y'all know y'all have a reset button? You have a built-in, naturally given reset button. Hold your hands up like this. Take these two fingers and press in the center of your hand. That is your reset button, because it gives you times to take a breath. Hold your palm down. And what I want you to do is breathe out, go down the pinky finger, breathe in. Go down the next finger, breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. And come back to the center and massage the center of your palm. The center of your palm, naturally given, is a reset button. Because when you focus on breath awareness, it will bring you back to your natural state of peace. And if you are sitting somewhere in a meeting or something piss you off, and I know it's going to piss you off because it pissed me off, right? You can push your reset button and practice breath awareness. And I usually have it where I push my reset button if nothing is going on. I do a reset at 12 o'clock during the day because that brings me back. I've sat in my car. Roy and I have done it together if we're traveling and we're someplace. And I have an alarm on my phone that tells me it's time for a reset. I reset so I can go to the rest of my day. But I want you to use this tool among the others so that you can reset where you are. It's amazing what that can do. And if you're in a meeting or with someone and they're talking, push your reset button. Start again, push your reset button and go back. And then there's an acronym called FACE, F-A-C-E. The F stands for focus. Focus. Again, on breath awareness. Mindfulness is a tool, using mindfulness. And then the A stands for acceptance and acknowledgement. No matter how your feelings may be, you want to, if you label your feelings this, and this, the worse they're going to be. But if you embrace them, because there's an energy that goes with feelings, embrace yourself and allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to feel. It's like I said before, peace is not the absence of what is going on in your life. It's you keeping your peace. So acknowledgement and acceptance. The C stands for compassion. Just like you would treat a kid, if somebody was young and asking you something, you would say, oh, baby, come here, baby. You comfort them. Comfort your own inner child. Tell it how much you love it. And I have a doll that I use to embrace as my inner child and talk to it and let it know that I love it. But actually, the doll is me when something is going on. And then you have E, which is embrace. Embrace your humanity. A lot of us want to get rid of our own humanity. Well, I have to tell you, God, that's what God created us as human. Our spirit is in our body, and we're having this human experience. But embrace your humanness. You're not perfect. As Brene Brown says, we are perfectly imperfect. And in that imperfections are many gifts. So you have the acronym FACE. The last thing that I would like for you to consider doing is doing a PPA, a personal peace agreement. You know how when countries are at war, they go at war with themselves, and in this war with each other, all the stuff that's going on with Afghanistan and all this other kind of stuff, and they couldn't reach a peace agreement with that. Well, you have the ability to make a peace agreement with yourself. Draw up your own personal peace agreement. Make it with yourself. Make it a binding thing and have somebody to witness it. And your personal peace agreement can read something like this. I give myself permission to love myself, to accept myself, to like myself, to value myself, and to believe in myself. I push my reset button in the center in the palm of my hand so that I can be in peace land. I receive peace. I receive the peace that surpasses all understanding. I give myself permission to know myself, to feel all of my feelings, to think my thoughts, not somebody else's, and to be what I was created to be. I was created to be free and peaceful, to not have all the answers to everything, but to seek through prayer and meditation the answers to whatever is going on in your life. I give myself permission to pray and practice forgiveness of myself and others. I give myself permission to pause and take a breath before I speak. I have to do that. I give myself permission to monitor the time that I spend on social media with toxic people, and I give myself permission to let others be who they are. I give myself permission to let go of circumstances and things I cannot control. I give myself permission to realize that I am enlightened, and I am love, and I am light, and I am peace. Let's breathe. We've covered a lot of information, and I know that a seed was planted in your mind, and there's one of the tools. You don't have to implement everything at one time, but remember what we talked about, using the 12 powers, prayer and affirmation, using, this is called your reset, to bring you peace. And remember to just pause during your day. Don't go all the way through it, but sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. Have you ever had sometimes when you're doing something and you got a head over here and you wonder how you lost it? It's because you're moving too fast. Push your reset button. Remember the acronym FACE. And remember that breath awareness is one of the major tools that was put inside of you to give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. That is promised to us. And we have to remember that we are the peace. It's natural, not something we have to buy, something we have to borrow. It's in us. Everything we need, God put inside of us. We can remember, retrieve, refresh, and go out and walk in peace. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. We're going to go into meditation with some deep peace. So take some breaths and let's sing together. of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. Moon and stars pour their healing light on you. La 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 la. La 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 la. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. Moon and stars pour their healing light on you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
I would ask that you close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, focusing on your inhale as peace and your exhale as anything that no longer serves your highest good. Breathe. Be aware of deep breathing, breathing from your belly. Let your belly expand. And I would also ask that you be mindful of your feet on the floor, where they're planted, how they're planted. Open up the palms of your hand and let them rest in your lap. And I want you to push your reset button. And if there's anything that you came into the sanctuary or you out there in the viewing audience, you breathe in peace and you breathe out that which is disturbing your peace. Breathe. Breathe. Remembering that breath is life. And also give yourself permission. Say in your mind, not out loud, I now give myself permission to be peaceful. I now give myself permission to be wrapped in the love of that which created the galaxies, the stars, the sun that shines on us each day. I now give myself permission to experience the love, remembering that all we need is love. All we need is love. So you're giving yourself permission. You allow yourself to have peace in this moment, in this place, in this space, and most of all, in your inner essence. Breathe. And now, as I went through the peace agreement, pick one thing from what I read with the peace agreement that you're going to focus this meditation upon. Are you going to let go of people you can't control? Are you going to let go of resentment and forgive someone? Whatever you need to let go of, Bring it to your mind and sit in the silence of your soul sanctuary for just a few moments and breathe. Peace, be still, is found in the gap. Peace, be still, is found when you sit your butt down. SYBD. You sit, you're seated, and you're sitting. And you're sitting in the flow. You are the flow. You are the flow. And you are the key to your own peace, the best medicine that there can be, your own inner peace. Take a breath in. Let it out. Now open your eyes and look around. Look around at people. Acknowledge people. Send them some peace with your eyes. Thank you.
The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well.
Let's repeat our prosperity statement together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. If you've been inspired by today's service, share your blessings with us through your love offerings. There are 4 ways to give, PayPal, or you can use Zella. Checks can be sent by mail, and for those in person, there is a basket in the back. Now join us in the blessings of the gifts. Through the Christ consciousness within us, we dedicate the gifts we give to bless our community and our world.
So let's close with the peace song and something wonderful. As we sing the peace song, let's create a circle. You can remain socially distanced if you wish. And thank you for joining us today. Make sure to join us in the Namaste Cafe afterwards. And don't forget Yemaja Jubilee's program over at Humankind at 12:45. Before we go, well, let's do the peace song, and then I'll do a couple of thank yous. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, united all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. So, few quick thank yous. Thank you, Jarifa Fleming, for coming and singing for us this morning. Thank you. Elroy, thank you for your work too this morning. Thank you. And Kevin, thank you for doing the platform. But most of all, thank you to Dr. Yemaja Jubilee for speaking this morning. Woohoo! Let's finish with something wonderful. Thank you for being here. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul, I can feel it in my heart, and it won't let go, no, it won't let go. All this love inside, we can let it shine. Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul, I can feel it in my heart, and it won't let go, no, it won't let go. All this love inside, we can let it shine out. Yes, we can. Something wonderful